Greetings! Mandatory79 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days! Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now. Loading game and proceeding. Here we are in the main menu. Go into edit deck menu. And now in today's video, the deck profile I'm going to be doing one for is a Brandt Gates, Alter Ego Messiah, D-BT11. Alrighty, let's begin. So going to the deck, selecting edit deck, and off we go. Here we are in the edit deck menu. And like I just mentioned before, the deck I'm building today's deck profile video is a Brandt Gates, Alter Ego Messiah deck, made up of cards only available up until D-BT11. And okay, let's get started. So first we go to the filter settings and to pack, show only cards from D-BT1, Genesis of the 5 Greats, D-BT2, Brush of the Legends, D-BT3, Advance of Intertwined Stars, D-BT4, Awakening of Chakrabarti, D-BT5, Triumphant of Return of Brave Heroes, Festival Collection 2021, Festival Collection 2022, Promo Pack number 1, D-BT6, Blazing Dragon Reborn, D-BT7, Raging Flame Against Emerald Storm, D-BT8, Minerva Rising, D-BT9, Dragon Tree Invasion, D-BT10, Dragon Masquerade, Festival Booster 2023, and D-BT11, Rising of Heroes. Applying filter, filters apply, let's get started. First up, the Ride deck. And first up, the Ride deck. For the cards in this Ride deck, we are playing the Grade 3, Alter Ego Messiah. Skills, first skill, auto. As a Vanguard, Generation Break 2. Active if you have 2 or more face-up G units in total on your Vanguard circle or G zone. When any locked card is unlocked, cost, Soul Blast 1. If the cost and paid, draw a card. Second skill, auto as a Vanguard. When your G unit strike during your turn, cost, Counterblast 1 and lock a rear guard. If the cost and paid, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and lock it. Choose one of your Vanguards and it gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Locked cards cannot do anything. They are unlocked and turn face up and stand at the end of their owner's turn. And okie dokie, the Grade 3, Alter Ego Messiah. Next, the Grade 2, Awakening Messiah. Skills, first skill, auto from the soul. When a Grade 4 Messiah in its card name is placed on Vanguard circle, you may call this card to the rearguard circle. If you called a card, Soul Charge 1. Second skill, auto. When this unit is unlocked during your turn, choose one of your units in the same column as this unit, and it gets plus 10,000 power until end of turn. Alrighty, the Grade 2, Awakening Messiah. Next, the Grade 1, Asleep Messiah. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed by riding from Neon Messiah, draw a card. When you get an Alter Ego Messiah crest. And affirmative, the Grade 1, Asleep Messiah, we have 1. And next up, the Grade 0, Neon Messiah. Starting unit, skill, auto. When this unit is ruled upon, if you went second, draw a card. And with that, we've covered the deck's Ride deck. Next, let's get on to the main deck. And here we are, the main deck. For the main deck, we start off with the Grade 3 lineup. For the Grade 3s in this deck, we are playing the Grade 3, Alter Ego Messiah. Since we already explained this card's skills and effects during the Ride deck portion of the video, just skipping ahead. For Alter Ego Messiah in the main deck, we have 2. And next, the Grade 3, Astrolate Dragon. Skills, first skill, continuous as a rearguard, Generation Break 2. Active if you have 2 or more face-up G units in total on your Vanguard circle or G zone. During your turn, if any player has a locked card, this unit gets plus 10,000 power. Second skill, auto. When this card is discarded from hand for the cost of strike, draw a card. And alrighty, the Grade 3, Astrolate Dragon, we have 4 in the deck. And with that, we covered the deck's Grade 3 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 2 lineup. And now, for the Grade 2 lineup. For the Grade 2s in this deck, we are playing the Grade 2, Kylazar Claim. Skills, first skill, continuous as a rear guard during your turn. If any player has a locked card, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If you have an Alter Ego Messiah crest, cost, retire this unit. If the cost and paid, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 unit card with grade equal to or less than your Vanguard from among them. Put it into an open rear circle as a locked card, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Locked cards cannot do anything, they are unlocked and turn face up as stand at the end of their owner's turn. And alrighty, the Grade 2, Kalazar Claim, we have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 2, Arrestor Messiah. Skill, auto as a rear guard, Generation Break 1. Active if you have 1 or more face-up G units in total on your Vanguard Circle or G zone. When this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard of Messiah in its card name, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of battle, and at the end of battle, lock this unit. Locked cards cannot do anything, they are unlocked and turn face up as stand at the end of their owner's turn. Okie dokie, the Grade 2 Arrestor Messiah, we have 4 in the deck. And next, the Grade 2, Sickle Blade of Inquest, Habitable Zone. Skills, first skill, auto. When this card is discarded from hand during your right phase, cost Soul Blast 1, and put this card in the bottom of your deck, and if the cost been paid, draw a card. Second skill, auto. When this unit is placed on the rear guard circle, if your Persona rolled this turn, cost Counterblast 1. If the cost been paid, search your deck for up to 1 set order, reveal it, put it into hand, and shuffle your deck. Until end of turn, if you play up to a total of 2 orders, play the next set order without paying the cost. And affirmative, the Grade 2 Sickle Blade of Inquest, Habitable Zone, we have 2 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 2 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. And now, for the Grade 1 lineup. For the Grade 1s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 1, Flowers in Vacuum, Cosmo Reef, Sentinel, Perfect Guard. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel in deck. Second skill, auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand has 2 more cards, choose a card from hand and discard it. Already, the Grade 1, Flowers in Vacuum, Cosmo Reef. We have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 1, Blitz Order, Elementary Sanctitude. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel in the deck. Second skill, Continuous. You may only have 1 Elementary Sanctitude in the deck. Third skill, Order. If your opponent's Vanguard has triple drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. Place with cost of, discard a card from hand if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or less. If the cost is paid, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. Remove this card. Okie dokie, the Grade 1, Elementary Sanctitude, we have 1 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 1, Destiny Dealer. Skills, first skill, Continuous from the hand. While you are paying for the cost of Strike, this card may be discarded as a Grade 3. Second skill, Action from the hand. If you have an Alter Ego Messiah crest, cost, discard this card. If the cost and paid, search your deck or drop for up to 1 Grade 3 card from Messiah in this card name, reveal it, put it in the hand. If you search your deck, shuffle your deck. Okie dokie, the Grade 1, Destiny Dealer, we have 2 in the deck. Next, the Grade 1, Sacrifice Messiah. Skill, auto as a rear guard, Generation Break 1. Active if you have 1 or more face-up G units in total in your Vanguard Circle or G zone. At the end of battle, this unit boosted. If you have a Vanguard Messiah in its card name, cost, lock this unit. If the cost is paid, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Then, if you have no face-up cards in your damage zone, countercharge 1. Locked cards cannot do anything, they are unlocked and turn face up and stand at the end of their owner's turn. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Sacrifice Messiah, we have 4 in the deck. And next, the Grade 1, one who fulfills Spherical Harmony. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is retired from the Guardian Circle, cost Soul Blast 1. If the cost is paid, call this card to an open back row rear guard circle as rest. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. At the end of battle, this unit boosted. If your Vanguard is Grade 4 or greater, cost, put this unit into Soul. If the cost is paid, choose one of your units, and it gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Confirm, the Grade 1, one who fulfills Spherical Harmony. We have 4 in the deck. And of that, we've covered the deck's Grade 1 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 0 lineup. And now for the trigger lineup. For the triggers in this deck we are playing, the Grade 0, Spiritual Queen of Aquatics, Edith Pharaoh, Overtrigger. Skill, trigger, additional effect. Choose a card from drop, put into hand. Choose one of your units, and it gets plus 1 critical until end of turn. And alright, the Grade 0, Spiritual King of Aquatics, Edith Pharaoh, Overtrigger, we have 1 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 0, Patrol Robo, Decrocop. Critical trigger, skill, auto as a rear guard. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted. Cost, put this unit into your soul. If the cost is paid, choose one of your units, and it gets plus 2,000 power until end of turn. Okie dokie, the Grade 0 Patrol Robot Decker Cop critical trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 0 Star Aggression Dragon critical trigger. We have 4 in the deck. Next, the Grade 0 Amalric Connector draw trigger. Skill continuous as a guardian. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield. And affirmative, the Grade 0 Amalric Connector draw trigger, we have 3 in the deck. And next, the Grade 0 One Who Pierces Transient Causality heal trigger. Skill auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, if your Vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's Vanguard grade, this unit gets plus 10,000 shield until end of battle. Affirmative, the Grade 0 One Who Pierces Transient Causality, we have 2 in the deck. And next, the Grade 0 Waving Hand of Vacuum Discharge heal trigger, we have 2 in the deck. And of that, we've covered the trigger lineup in the main deck. Next, let's get on to the G-Zone. And now for the G-Zone. For the cards in this G-Zone we are playing, the Grade 4 Genesis Dragon Eclipse Messiah. Skills, first skill, this card cannot be put in your main deck. Second skill, stride, stride step, cost. Discard a Grade 3 card with Messiah in its card name from hand. If the cost and paid, stride this card on your Vanguard circle from face down. When you stride, your original Vanguard becomes a heart card, and this unit gets that card's power and card name. At the end of the turn, return this unit face up. Third skill, auto as a Vanguard, Generation Break 2. When this unit attacks, cost, Counterblast 1. If the cost and paid, choose any number of your player's locked cards and unlock them. If you've unlocked a card, choose the same number of your rear guards as the same number of cards unlocked by this ability and stand them. And until end of the turn, all of your front row units gets plus 10,000 power, and this unit gets plus 1 critical. Alright, the Grade 4 Genesis Dragon Eclipse Messiah, we have 4 in the deck. And next, the Grade 4 Genesis Dragon Amnesty Messiah. Skills, first skill, this card cannot be put in your main deck. Second skill, stride, stride step, cost. Choose one or more of your cards from your hand with the sum of their grades being Grade 3 or greater and discard them. If the cost and paid, stride this card on your Vanguard circle from face down. When you stride, your original Vanguard becomes a heart card, and this unit gets that card's power and card name. At the end of the turn, return this unit face up. Third skill, order as a Vanguard. When this unit attacks, cost, Counterblast 1 and turn a card from G-Zone face up. When the cost and paid, choose any number of any player's locked cards and unlock them. Choose one of your rear guards, and it gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn for each card unlocked by this ability. And okay, the Grade 4 Genesis Dragon Amnesty Messiah, we have 4 in the deck. And of that, we've covered the deck's G-Zone. And of that, the deck's been built, Cardfight explained. For the cards in this deck we are playing, 3 Grade 3 Alter Ego Messiah, 4 Grade 3 Astrolite Dragon, 1 Grade 2 Awakening Messiah, 4 Grade 2 Calazar Claim, 4 Grade 2 Arrestor Messiah, 2 Grade 2 Sickle Blade of Inquest Habitable Zone, 1 Grade 1 Asleep Messiah, 3 Grade 1 Flowers in Vacuum Cosmo Reef, 1 Grade 1 Elementaris Sanctitude, 2 Grade 1 Destiny Dealer, 4 Grade 1 Sacrifice Messiah, 4 Grade 1 One to Fulfill Spherical Harmony, 1 Grade 0 Neon Messiah starting unit. And for the triggers in this deck we are playing, 1 over trigger Edith Pharaoh, 8 critical triggers, 3 draw triggers, and 4 heal triggers. And for the G units we're playing in this deck, we are playing 4 Grade 4 Genesis Dragon Eclipse Messiah, and 4 Grade 4 Genesis Dragon Amnesty Messiah. And of that, the deck's been built, Cardfight explains. Next, let's get on to testing out the deck. And here we are, back in the main menu. it's time to go test out the deck, so heading over to fight menu, selecting CPU fight, selecting the deck I just showcased to you, the Brandt Gates Alter Ego Messiah D-BT11 deck, selecting deck, now choosing my opponent. For the opponent, I'm gonna test it out on Dragon Empires, Toshiki Kai, Hard difficulty, and click. The battle begins. Let's get started. And here we are in the fight. We're gonna decide who goes first, so rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Rock, I won, going first. Drawing our starting hands, I got myself 3 critical triggers, seriously. 1 Arrested Messiah, and 1 Destiny Dealer. Okay, the main focus of the Messiah deck is to stride and lock your own rear guards, and to unlock them with the G units, so holding on to Destiny Dealer to use his stride cost, and Arrested Messiah for lock cost, just redrawing all the triggers. Redraw! Yes! A perfect guard, a Sacrifice Messiah, and a heal trigger. That's not too bad. My turn, draw! I ride from the right deck, a Sleep Messiah. Right deck cost, I am discarding a heal trigger, Vacuum Discharge. Discard and ride, a Sleep Messiah. Skill of a Sleep. I deployed the Neon Messiah crest. Deploy and draw. I drew another Calazar Claim. Next, I activate the effect of Destiny Dealer. I discard it and search my deck or drop for a grade 3 Alter Ego Messiah, thinning down the remaining normal units in my deck, making it easier to get a trigger later on. Add Alter Ego to hand. And that's it for my turn. End of my turn, my opponent's turn. Messiah Crest activates, but nothing happens. My opponent's turn. He rides the Great One, Embodiment of Armor, Bar. Undo skill, he draws a card. He calls Gojo to the back row. 16k to the Vanguard. No point guarding here. No guard, taking it. Drive check. Yes, heal trigger, he wasted a trigger. Lucky me. Trigger effect wasted, and 1 damage. Out. Damage check. Critical trigger, wasted a trigger. We both wasted a trigger in the same turn. I guess that's not too bad. I just wish I got a draw trigger instead of a critical. And at my opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. Yes, I drew a Stride Fodder, Astral Lake Dragon. I can either discard it for striding or to call it as a rear guard. Anywho, riding from the right deck, Awakening Messiah. For the right deck cost, I am discarding. I have 2 copies of Calazar Claim. I already have Arrested Messiah, so I can ditch the extra copy of Calazar to ride Awakening. I call Calazar to the rear guard. Call. And calling Sacrifice Messiah to the rear guard. Call. There we go. So it's 18k here. Even if my opponent gets lucky with trigger, he won't be able to block my remaining attack without using his hands. So that's it for main phase. Going to battle phase. Awakening Messiah to the Vanguard. 10k. The attack goes through. Drive check. Yes! Critical trigger. Lucky me. Critical to the Vanguard. Power to Calazar. Crit up. Power up. 2 damage to opponent. And boom! Damage check first. No trigger. Perfect guard. Nice. One less card to worry about. Second check. Critical. Lucky him. Giving all effects to Vanguard, but I made the right choice to call a booster for the back row. Only a 15k shield can block Calazar. Boosted by a Sacrifice Messiah. Calazar to the Vanguard. 28k. He guards with a critical trigger. Burning Flail. Called it. A 15k shield. Calazar skill. Self-retreat. Look at the top 3 cards on my deck to put under the rear guard circles locked. Yes! I got another Arrestor. Superior calling Arrestor Messiah to the rear guard, calling it over here as lock. The rest goes to bomb the deck. End of turn. Unlock. Crest activates, but nothing happens. My opponent's turn. He rides the Grade 2 Dragon Knight Nehalem. Skill Nehalem. No, skill bar. He searches for Dragon Monk Gojo, adding it to hand. He calls Burning Horn Dragon, Burning Horn skill. Searching deck, no overlords, countercharge, battle phase, Vanguard to Vanguard, 18k. No guard, gonna take it. Drive check. No trigger, Burning Horn, safe, just 1 damage. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, Kalazar. Skill of Gojo. Self-retreat and countercharge. Burning Horn the Vanguard. To guard or not to guard? Tough choice. I can't strike next turn, so... My opponent has 1 critical trigger out and a heal trigger. Chances of healing could be low if he has 1 in his hand too, so... Next turn he'll write the standard Dragonic Overlord, so... I think I'm just gonna let it go through, no guard. Ow! Damage check. No trigger. End of their turn, my turn. Stand and draw. A critical trigger. Fine, I ride from the right deck. Alter Ego Messiah. Right deck cost, I am discarding. Deck or cop. Discard and ride. Alter Ego. I have Elementary Sanctitude, so even if he attacks my Rigor of Overlord, I can prevent it. Just gonna go all in with Arrestor Messiah. Call. That's it. To the... And... Should I call Decker Cop? Might as well. I call Decker Cop to the rear guard. And that's it. To the end of my main phase, the battle phase. Arrestor on the right attacks Burning Horn Dragon. 10k. The attack goes through. Boom! 1 less rear guard to worry about. Boosted by Decker Cop. Messiah attacks the Vanguard. 17k. No guard. Twin drop. First check. Yes! Heal trigger. Just what I needed. I heal 1 point of damage. Healing. Giving power to the rear guard. Arrestor. On the left side. Second check. No trigger. Another Arrestor. Lucky me. 1 damage. Boom! Damage check. Critical. Lucky him. He gives it all to his Vanguard and activating Decker Cop skill into Soul. Giving 2,000 power to the rear guard. Sacrifice plus 2,000 power. It's a 10k booster now. I made the right choice. This is 30k to his 20k, so only a 15k shield can block it. Boosted by Sacrifice. Arrestor attacks the Vanguard. 30k. No guard. The attack goes through. Boom! Damage check. No trigger. Tokachi Rashi. Safe. End of my turn. My opponent's turn. Crest activates, but nothing happens. Here comes the Grade 3 Dragonic Overlord. Skill Tokachi Rashi. It goes into the soul. Nehalem skill. Superior call to the rear guard. Nehalem skill. Soul Blasting 1 and power to himself and Overlord. Next here comes Burning Horn Dragon. Burning Horn skill. Counter Blast and looking to his deck 4. Nothing happens. Counter charges. He calls Gojo. Overlord attacks the rear guard. Burning Horn skill plus 5,000 power. Overlord skill. I cannot guard with cards in the hand, but I have a workaround. I have Elementary Sanctitude. Activates Elementary Sanctitude skill. Discarding Arrestor Messiah. Perfect guard to Vanguard. First check. Heal trigger. Lucky him. He's back to 3 damage. Power to rear guard. Second check. Critical trigger. Double trigger. So lucky. A heal and trigger. And a... So the attack is blocked. I prevented his restand and protected my rear guard. Nehalem, 35k. No choice, gotta let it go through. I can't block it right now. Here it comes. Ow! Damage check first. No trigger. Second check. No trigger. Not Destiny. Burning Horn the Vanguard. I guard with Discharge. 15k shield. 28k. Attack blocked. Ka-chink. Safe. That was rough. And my opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. Yes, another Astrolabe. Skipping ride phase, it's time to go to the stride phase. I'm striding the Great 4 Genesis Dragon Amnesty Messiah. Stride cost, discarding Astrolabe Dragon since its skill lets you draw a card when you pay for strides. Discarding Stride Degeneration. Amnesty Messiah. First, I activate the effect of Astrolabe. Draw a card. Draw. Critical, come on, seriously? Fine, then Awakening Messiah skill. Superior Call from Soul to the rear guard. Call. Soul Charge. I Soul Charged a Great 1 Sacrifice. Not too bad, I guess. Next, Alter Ego Stride skill. Counterblast 1. I lock Awakening Messiah since its unlocked skill can let it give plus 10,000 power to the rear guard in the same column. Locking Awakening. And block my opponent's rear guards. I am locking Burning Horn Dragon. Power up to my Vanguard. That ought to be enough for now. Let's go to the battle phase. My rear guard, Arrestor Messiah, attacks Nihalem. Skill plus 5,000 power. 15k to 10k. The attack goes through. And boom! One less rear guard to worry about. Now, Arrestor's skill, after powering up, it locked itself. Lock. Boosted by Sacrifice Messiah. Arrestor attacks the Vanguard. 18k. Skill of Arrestor on the left side, plus 5,000 power. 23k to Vanguard. The heal trigger, 28k, it's blocked. That's the heal trigger from his previous attack, so skills of Sacrifice, it locks itself. Locking and power to Vanguard. Skill of Arrestor, sorry about that. It locks itself. 4 locked cards. Now Vanguard to Vanguard. Skill of Amnesty, Counterblast 1. Counterblast and flip a card face up. Flip X-Legs Messiah face up. And unlock as many rear guards as I like. I unlock all of my own rear guards, leaving the locked cards on my opponent's field as it is. Unlock! 4 cards unlocked. 5,000 power for each unlocked card, 20,000 to 1 rear guard. I'm giving it to Arrestor Messiah on the left side. Power up. Awakening Messiah skill when unlocked, giving power to a rear guard on the same column, giving it to Arrestor Messiah on the right side. Power up. He perfect guards it. The perfect guard cost he's discarding. A critical trigger. Triple drive. First check. No trigger. Second check. No trigger. Third check. Come on, something good. 3 checks, no triggers. And now, with Arrestor Messiah's skill, attacking the Vanguard, 25k. Skill of Arrestor Messiah, it gets plus 5,000 power. 30k. The attack goes through, and boom! Damage check. No trigger. And now, skill of the rear guard, Arrestor, it locks itself. Lock. Boosted by Sacrifice Messiah, Arrestor Messiah attacks the Vanguard, 43k. Skill, another 5,000 power. Total 48k to the Vanguard. The attack goes through, and boom! Damage check. The draw trigger, so lucky. He powers up, and again, my 2 skills lock themselves. Lock. And lock. End of my turn, unlock. I unlock all 3 of my rear guards. I Soul Blast for each unlock. Soul Blast. Draw. Again, Soul Blast. Soul Blast, and draw. One more time. Soul Blast. And draw. Messiah's Crest skill. Unlock my opponent's lock card. It's bound and one more time. Soul Blast. Soul Blast and draw. End of my turn, my opponent's turn. He's cross-riding too. Draconic Overlord the end. He calls Overlord and Overlord. Oh man, full field of Overlords. Alrighty then. I have Messiahs in my hands and Strike Fodder and a Perfect Guard as well. Alright, so I can afford to give up my rear guards. I first intercept with the right side Arrestor. Intercept. 18k, attack blocked. A chink, safe. Here comes the Vanguard. 18k, so, intercept. He can, twin drive and a restand. He can twin drive for his 2 checks, so, intercept and guard. That'll do it. Guard and intercept. 33k. 2 to pass. First check. No trigger. Safe. Second check. No trigger. Safe. And ka-chink. Here comes the end skill. He's restanding. Restand. Perfect skill. He goes to soul and powers up the Vanguard. Here comes the end of Gojo to 31k to Vanguard. Twin drive, so better play it safe. Perfect guard. With Cosmo Reef. Skill Cosmo Reef, discarding 1 card. Since Habitable Zone is no longer useful in this situation, since I can't discard it for the right deck cost, and its second skill doesn't work with the Messiah deck, discarding it. Perfect guard activated. Twin drive, first check. No trigger, Tokashirashi, and second check. Critical trigger, so lucky. He gives it all to rear guard Overlord. Ka-ching! Safe. 23k to Vanguard. Guarding with a Meloric Connector and Sacrifice. Guard. A Meloric skill plus 5,000 shield. 28k. Ka-ching! Safe. That was the end of my opponent's turn. My turn. Stand and draw. Heal trigger, come on. Fine, skipping ride phase, going to stride phase. It's time to stride. Grade 4, Genesis Dragon, Excellence Messiah. Stride cost, discarding, Alter Ego Messiah. Stride Degeneration. Excellence Messiah. Skill of Alter Ego, stride skill, counterblast 1, and lock awakening again. Lock it. Lock and locking Overlord in the right side. Power up the Vanguard. Next, I am calling to the rear guard, Astrolabe Dragon. Call Astrolabe. Power up, thanks to the crest skill and his own skill. And I call another Arrestor Messiah to the left side. And calling Spherical Harmony to the back row. Call. That ought to do it. It's time to head on over to the battle phase. First up, Astrolabe attacks the Vanguard, 33k. He guards with a Perfect Guard. Perfect Guard cost, he's discarding a critical trigger. He attacked me and failed, but I got 2 more attacks on the way, and I can unlock my rear guards later. Boosted by Sacrifice. Arrestor attacks the Vanguard, 28k. Skill of Arrestor. Power up, plus 5,000 power. The attack goes through, and boom! Damage check. No trigger, 6 damage, I win. That was a pretty okay fight. I got to make this deck work out pretty well, but I didn't really get to try out the new cards, so I guess it's still an okay fight since the deck was pretty stable and gave me no problems. So I got win, attack 40,000 more power, attack 5 more times in 1 turn, perfect guarded, 8 turns passed, did a superior call, retired 5 more opposing units, and drew 3 or more times in 1 turn. I got 2150 VP, total 380,675 VP. Pressing A to go next, leaving the fight. And returning to fight menu, leaving fight menu,
どのデッキを使うどのファイト
and going back to main menu, back to main menu to edit deck menu. With that, the deck's been built, Cardfight explained, and I finished testing out the deck in front of you. So first I want to say is thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload in the near future. I also will show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that I say goodbye and see you all soon.